Hello there, welcome to the continuation of our JavaScript tutorial. In today's video, we're going to be looking at JavaScript numbers. JavaScript has only one type of number. Numbers can be written with or without a decimal point. So for example, if you look at this variable here, variable declaration, here we have var x is equals to 3.14, and this is a number with a decimal point, and then we have var y to be equals to 3. Extra large or extra small number can be written with the scientific notation, which is exponent, where you have var x is equals to 123e5. So that's this 123 raised to power of 5, which is equivalent to about 12,300,000. And you can have a number as small as 123 raised to power of e minus 5. That's 123e minus 5. So JavaScript numbers are always 64-bit floating point. Integers, numbers without a period or exponent notation, are accurate up to 15 digits. So once it's more than 15 digits, then you have to represent it in exponent notation. Okay. So the maximum number of decimal is 17, but floating point arithmetic is not always 100% accurate. So like this, 0.2 plus 0.1 will give you this result. So it's not 100% accurate. To solve the problem above, it helps to multiply and divide. For example, if you say 0.2 times 10 plus 0.1 times 10 divided by 10. Okay. Adding numbers and string. One in JavaScript uses the plus operator for both addition and concatenation. Yeah. So if you look at these examples, these are pure numbers. X is a number, Y is a number. So when you add them together, it gives you Z, which is 30. But if you look at this example, X is a string, Y is a string. So if you add them together, it's going to concatenate. So this will give you 1020, which is 1020, like that. If you add a number and a string, the result will be a string. Yeah, for example, if you have an X here, which is a number, and you have a Y, which is a string, then the whole both X and Y will now be treated as a string, and so it will be concatenated together and give you a result in string. So a common mistake is to expect the result to be 30, like this. So when you look at this example, so it's a mistake to expect that the result is 30, because the first operand here is a string, right? And then you now added it to Y, which will now give you the result is 10, and then you added it to Y, which will now give you the result is 1020. So you can't expect the result to be 10. Now look at another common mistake. A common mistake is to expect the result to be 10, 20, 30. We already see this in previous example. Since JavaScript begins execution of this expression from the left-hand side, to the right-hand side, then it's gonna add x and y to give you 30, then when it gets x and y to be 30, then it now gives you that's 30 plus 30 plus this z 30, which will give you 30 30. So the result will now be 30 30, like that. Okay, numeric strings. So x is a number, y is a string, yeah. JavaScript will try to convert strings to number in all numeric operation. This will work. Okay, so if you say x divided by y, then the answer will be 10. If you say x multiplied by y, the answer will be y. Although x and y are all strings, and so x minus y, the answer will be 90. Yeah, the only time it won't work is when it is an addition, because the plus operator acts both for addition and concatenation. The noun, not a number. Noun is a JavaScript reserved word indicating that a number is not a legal number. So trying to do arithmetic with a non-numeric string will result in a noun. For example, if you say var x is equals to 100 divided by apple now, the result will be none, because it's not possible, right? However, if the string contains a numeric value, the result will be a number. For example, this. You can use the global JavaScript function isNone to find out if a value is a number. So we have this method now. You can use it to check if a value is a number. For example, you say var x is equals to, so let's look at this. Okay, let's try it. Say var x is equals to 100 divided by apple, then document.get element by id demo dot inner html should be equals to isNone x. So it will return a true or a false. So if x is none, it returns a true. If x is not none, then it returns a false. And then you want to assign the value, the result from this to this element called demo. So there's an element here which is a p tag that has an id demo like this, and then you want to set the inner HTML, that is the HTML that comes in between the opening and the closing tag here. You want to set the inner HTML to the result of this expression here. So and that's why we have true here. Okay. Well, these try it editors are plenty. I'm gonna close some of them. Oh, good. Okay. So watch out for none. If you use none in a mathematical operation, the result will be none. So if you var x is equals to none, y is equals to 5, x plus y will give you a none, of course. None is a number, so type of none returns a number. So that's JavaScript for you. Infinity. Infinity is the value JavaScript will return if you calculate a number outside of the largest possible number. So for example, you say my number is equals to 2, while number is not equal to infinity, execute my number is equal to number multiplied by number. So it keeps getting larger and larger and larger until you get to a number that is so large that JavaScript can only represent that number with a reserved word called what? Infinity. Also, dividing by 0 gives what? Infinity. So infinity is also a number. So it's a type of number. Infinity is a number. Type of infinity returns a number, just like none. Hexadecimal. JavaScript interprets numeric constant as hexadecimal if they are preceded by OX. Okay, so if you have this is OX FF, and this will give you 255. So never write a number with a leading 0 like 07. Some JavaScript version interpret numbers as octal if they are written with a leading 0. By default, JavaScript displays number as base 10 decimal, but you can use the toString method to output numbers from base 2 to base 60, base 36. Hexadecimal is base 16, decimal is base 10, octal is base 8, binary is base 2. So for example, if you have a number like this number, my number is 32, this is base 10. Now if you want to convert this number to another base, you can use the toString method. So the toString method helps you to convert a number from one base to another. So, but you can only have, for example, if you say my number toString 10 gives you base 10. If you say toString 32 gives you the same number in base 32, base 16, base 8, and base 2. Right? Just like strings, numbers can be objects. So normally JavaScript numbers are primitive values created from literals like this. So this is a literal number, right? But numbers can also be objects. So when you use a new keyword like this, then the number becomes an object. Again, don't create numbers as objects as they slow down execution. Okay. Yeah. So this brings us to the end of our lesson today. See you in the next video.